My lazy wife demanded a divorce after inheriting $15 million. Her mom walked into court and sat down next to me. You know how people say, your whole life can change in a single moment? Well, they weren't kidding. My name is Jackson Ward. Up until 3 weeks ago, I thought I had life pretty well figured out. Not glamorous, but it was mine. I've worked as a maintenance supervisor at Roosevelt High for 14 years. I'm good at it. The kids respect me. The teachers listen when I tell them their heaters are acting up. I take real pride in keeping that old brick building running. Now let's talk about Belle, my wife, or I guess, soon-to-be ex-wife. We were married for 9 years. When I met her at that little coffee shop downtown, she was a whirlwind of energy and big dreams. I fell hard for her optimism. The problem was that spark never stuck to anything long enough to catch fire. Over the years, Belle bounced from job to job: real estate, MLM schemes with essential oils, graphic design, yoga instructor, jewelry maker, even ran an online boutique selling thrift shop vintage, marked up 400%. I supported every wild idea. I built her workbenches, set up studios, cooked dinner when she was stressed, even helped name businesses that fizzled out in weeks. All the while, I kept showing up to work, fixing lockers and keeping the lights on, paying for her business dreams. We didn't have much, but it was steady. I thought we were a team, taking the good with the bad, building something together. Then 3 weeks ago, everything changed. Belle's grandfather, Harold, a quiet old man who lived like a pauper but was secretly loaded, passed away. When the will was read, Belle inherited $5 million. $5 million. She got the news while sitting in pajamas at 2 in the afternoon, scrolling her phone for the next big opportunity. I figured we'd finally sit down and talk about the future, pay off the house, maybe travel, or just enjoy being together. Instead, she looked at me across our kitchen table with a cold, unfamiliar expression. "Jackson," she said, "I need someone who fits my lifestyle now. A high school graduate. Just won't cut it anymore. I want a divorce. Just like that. No build-up, no gentle letdown." She slid a manila folder across the table, like a business report. The woman I'd supported for 9 years was ready to toss me aside the second. Money showed up. I stared at that folder, barely able to process what was happening. All I could think was, when did the woman I married become a total stranger? But I said 2 words that changed everything. "You're right." Her smile faltered, like she'd expected me to beg. But I didn't. Because I realized, sitting in the wreckage of my marriage, she was right. We didn't fit anymore, not for the reason she thought. You'd think she'd show some basic decency, maybe pretend to feel bad. Nope. That inheritance money hadn't even hit her account, and she was already acting like a corporate shark. Next morning, she handed me another folder. This one, thicker and full of legal demands. She wanted the house, my house, the one I'd inherited and fixed up myself. She wanted 80% of our savings, my truck, and alimony, yes. She wanted me to pay her monthly support while she figured out her next chapter, even though she was about to be a millionaire. She said, "Let's be realistic, Jackson. You can't afford to fight me. What are you going to do? Hire some bargain basement lawyer?" She got close, perfume I bought her for our last anniversary hanging in the air. "I can drag this out for years. I can make your life miserable. Or you can be smart and just sign the papers." All I could think was, when did she become this person? But here's the thing about being underestimated. People make assumptions. They see the work boots and the high school diploma, and they think they've got you figured out. What Belle didn't know, what she never bothered to learn, was that I had connections she couldn't imagine. See, Belle's mother, Celeste Hollingsworth, is the most feared divorce attorney in the state. And for the last 5 years, while Belle cut her mom out, I kept in touch. Birthday cards, holiday calls, checking in after her surgery. Because I respected her. You don't burn bridges with people who show you kindness. So after Belle's threats, I picked up the phone and called Celeste. When I told her everything, the silence on the line was cold and focused. Jackson, send me the court date. Send me everything she's filed. And Jackson, you won't be going into that courtroom alone. On the day of court, Celeste made an entrance that would freeze hell over. She strode in, heels clicking, face set like a general on a battlefield. Every head turned. She sat next to me, opened her briefcase, and told the judge, Celeste Hollingsworth, representing the defendant. The room gasped. Belle's confidence evaporated in real time. Celeste tore into Belle's case. She moved to reject all demands as predatory and malicious, called for full asset audits, forensic accounting, and an investigation of every penny Belle spent since learning about her inheritance. Preston, Belle's high-priced lawyer, tried to object, but looked like he was drowning. Judge Chun nodded, approving everything Celeste asked for. Celeste's team was relentless. They found everything: private jet rentals, resort stays, designer handbags, romantic trips with a new boyfriend named Trey. Belle wasn't just cheating. She was systematically robbing me, forging my signature to steal money from our joint account. Celeste just stared at the evidence, saying, "Your wife made choices. Now she gets to live with the consequences." Weeks passed. Celeste waged legal war, publicly. Belle's friends abandoned her. Her reputation crumbled. The woman, who thought she could buy her way into high society, was now completely alone. Then came the phone call. Belle, desperate, tried to settle, tried to guilt me. I put Celeste on speaker. She cut through Belle's pleas. Settlement is for people who made mistakes, not people who made choices. You chose to betray family. Now, you live with it. The trial was a massacre. Judge Chun ruled for me. Belle had to pay back every stolen dollar, lost all claims to the house, car, and had to cover my legal fees. Her social life was in ruins. Her boyfriend vanished the second he realized there was no payday. And her mother? Celeste said, "I don't associate with criminals. That's exactly what you've become." Belle moved out of state, her inheritance untouched but her life in shambles. 6 months later, life looks nothing like I expected. Celeste and I have stayed close, maybe even something more. I'm back in school studying carpentry design. The house feels like home again, filled with furniture I built and memories I'm proud of. Belle thought I couldn't fight someone with her resources. She was wrong. What really matters is loyalty, respect, and standing your ground. Her betrayal gave me freedom, clarity, and a family I chose. She tried to destroy me, but I never had to fight alone. I had Celeste, and she changed everything.